Okay, this is going to be your tutorial for how to perform a blood typing test to help solve the murder of Old Field. The first thing you will do is receive blood samples from all of the suspects and the victims. You're going to test those samples in order to create a control sheet. Later on in the week, you will receive blood samples from different parts of the crime scene, such as blood from the window that was broken, blood on the front room, blood from the axe, blood from the hammer, etc., etc. Now, in order to do the blood analysis, you'll use a blood typing tray. Notice how there's an A portion, a B portion, and an RH portion. This will help you determine whether it is A, B, O, and then the AB or the plus or minus. So we'll take our sample blood, we'll put 2 drops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now remember, you can simulate, you can figure out what type of blood it is by reacting it with different antigens. If a certain antigen comes into contact with blood, your blood has antibodies, which is something that helps prevent disease, bacteria, foreign substance from coming in the blood. What it'll do is it'll clump up. So we have these simulated antigens or invaders, and based off of what antibodies are present in the blood, we can figure out what kind of blood it is. So we have our simulated A serum, simulated B serum, and simulated RH serum. Each of these will set off a specific antibody. So if you mix A with A, and then it gets cloudy, that means that you have a positive test for A, and it could potentially be blood type A. So I'll put 2 drops of A, 1, 2, anti-B, 1, 2, and anti-RH, 1, 2. Nothing should happen at first until you get your little toothpicks. Make sure that you use a different toothpick to mix each one, otherwise you'll contaminate the blood and it will be a false positive. So I'll take my first portion, the A portion, grab my toothpick, kind of tilt it sideways, and mix. Now what you'll start to see, if it is a positive test, is that the sample of blood will be cloudy. Because if blood detects a foreign substance, it will start to do something called agglutination, where it will start to clump up and stop whatever is trying to come into the blood that shouldn't be there. Now, this did not clump up or become cloudy, so it is not a positive test. It would be a negative for A. Now I'll take my toothpick for B, mix it around. You want to mix it for about 15 to 20 seconds. It won't always cloud up right away. And yet again, there seems to be no clouding. If you're not sure whether it's cloudy or not, it kind of looks like spit when it clouds. Or what you can do is you can put your blood typing tray on a piece of paper. If you can still read through the liquid, it's a negative test. If it is cloudy and you can't read what's underneath it, that's a positive test. Now I'll grab my third toothpick and test the RH. 15, 20 seconds. And yet again, there seems to be no cloudiness, no agglutination, so it is a negative test for all 3. That means we have a O negative. If you look at the table, O negative is a negative test for all three types. You also have this in the packet that Ms. Shaver should have given you, or whoever your teacher is. And this is your cheat sheet for figuring out what blood type responds with what type of test.